Begin tonight with tensions mounting in Chicago. This is hundreds of ICE agents are expected to arrive after Labor Day for a major immigration enforcement push. There are now reports ICE agents, possibly National Guard troops as well, will be operating just outside the city at a nearby military base. NewsNation's Libby Dean joins us live from D.C. So, Libby, what is the president's message to these Chicago officials who have been pushing back on these moves?
Well, Kelly, President Trump with a warning for Illinois' Governor J.B. Pritzker, telling him to fix crime in Chicago or he'll send in federal resources. Something DHS Secretary Kristi Noem actually confirmed was coming, with a ramp up in immigration enforcement operations in the city coming. Now, a move that Governor Pritzker is disavowing.
Well, we've already had ongoing operations with ICE in Chicago and throughout Illinois and other states, making sure that we're upholding our laws. But we do intend to add more resources to those operations.
Any kind of troops on the streets of an American city don't belong unless there is an insurrection, unless there is truly an emergency. There is not.
Chicago police reporting a surge in gun violence overnight, with 24 people shot in 12 different shootings, leaving 3 people dead. The White House, they continue to slam Democrats for trying to fight any potential surge of federal resources into blue cities as National Guard and federal law enforcement continue to fight crime here in our nation's capital, Kelly.
Yeah. And Libby, what's the very latest regarding the crime crackdown that's happening in D.C. now? The results yielded there.
Yeah, we're seeing results, Kelly. In the last 3 weeks since the start of this operation, there's been a drop in violent crime, that leading D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser to change course and get partially on board with the federal takeover of the city, a change in messaging there. Now, we're also getting new numbers today. Attorney General Pam Bondi claims more than 1,500 arrests have been made since the start of the operation. 76 of those arrests were made on Saturday. Now, there is still outrage, though, from Democrats and protesters, something the president's top prosecutor in D.C. says goes against the majority of Americans who see crime as a major problem in large cities across America.
If President Trump didn't do this, Washington would continue to be one of the most violent cities in the world, and anyone who is against it is about politics and not about safety for our fellow citizens.
More than 2,200 members of D.C.'s National Guard and other states' Guard are patrolling D.C. streets and are not on a timeline to leave. But as for the federal takeover of the MPD, that is on a timeline. It expires in less than 2 weeks, and any extension of that federal takeover of the MPD, that would ultimately need congressional approval. And lawmakers are set to return here to Washington on Tuesday after that August recess, and they're likely going to begin work on this crime bill that President Trump has been speaking about. And President Trump does say that he has communicated with House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune about that legislation. Kelly?
Yeah, we'll see how that shakes out. All right, News Nation's Libby Dean. Libby, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.